Hi, welcome to Amateurish Adventures. Now, I'm going to try something a little new here. Apparently I have a lot of broken stuff, and my in-laws have a lot of broken stuff. They have more broken stuff than I do, apparently. But I'm going to try to rectify that a little bit. I My background is I'm okay with electronics. I'm basically self-taught. I took HVAC in school. But I'm basically self-taught with electronics and everything else. And my background is I'm good with electronics. I'm really good with mechanical issues. So I thought, why not work on this today? And this is a stand mixer, and it is from my in-laws. And it has a couple of issues. Let me plug it in. It has a couple of issues here. It works. I was told that when you put it under load, it'll stop working and it bogs down really bad. And when you turn it on, you can hear the issue. Now, I'm hoping it's something as simple as a bad bearing. I can easily replace a bad bearing. But my buddy seems to think it might be a gear that's failed in it, which, if that's the case, I'm hoping I can find that gear. Let's get your thoughts before I actually crack this thing open. So, obviously, we'll know the solution at the end of the video, but let's get your thoughts in the comments on what it could possibly be. I'll turn it on and let you hear it. So, yeah, it's got quite the thick in there, doesn't it? So, I'm going to change camera angles, and I think we're going to rip this thing apart and see what the issue is. So, stick around. We have two Phillips screws here that I'm going to try to take out real quick. Might not overkill it. Use that. I might just try the screwdriver. Yeah, those are easy to get out. And they're not going in very far, so Sutton tells me this is just to hold this silver strap in place.
Service, you're supposed to call them.
Yeah, and for service, you're also supposed to make sure you unplug it, which I did. See, I did that part. That's intelligence. Not a new level. Well, now this is loose, but I don't think that has to do with any of that. Let me see. I can at least take off the back panel, apparently. Oh, that is horribly grimy inside. Oh, well, that might be your problem, honestly. Like,
Well, turn it on.
let me get a vacuum on this real quick. Should I fire it up and see what happens?
Yeah, see.
I'll move the plug over to here. I'm interested in the back, so let's turn it on and see what happens back here. You do have something pop out here when you flip the switch. So it is meant to be angled like that. Going through it.
I want to get this piece off.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's looking like, if you look inside here, it is, I think you have to take that off, take the whole back off, honestly.
Must,
I'll unplug it and we can explore some more.
they got these giant flatheads.
These, I believe, are for oil.
Think?
I do. I do. Let's see. Yeah. Pretty sure these are to oil the machine. Yeah.
With oil.
Because they're spring loaded too. I don't know in the last. No, these are the brushes in the motor.
Ah, okay. Well, those would have to come out when all this come out.
They would. They definitely would. Do you agree that that's a motor brush? Watch. Those are motor brushes. Yeah, that's what the motor's running up against. All right, we might have a solution to this issue. Sean went and got a tool, and look at that, it works. I feel I'm gonna have to go to my in-laws' house and like clean for them at some point here. That's one.
I mean, it is a mixer.
That's true, but thanks to your ingenuity here, because well, then again, I'm always the one coming up with tools for our stuff.
Well, tools, no tools.
Building air filter removers out of belts and whatnot. Tools, no tools, yeah. Making tools out of stuff that should not be tools. All right. That one's clean. Let's go sideways. See what we can do here. Oh. There we go. I was going to say, this one I might need a torque bar for. Oh, at least it's going to be easier to work on this thing without this base. Agreed?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, right. What are the odds this is just going to split apart very easily?
It should. No. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, look at that, 2 screws.
Yep. Told you we were missing something. What did I use to remove the... I used this. No, you can't go away. There's actually 4 screws.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't want to really, but I will. I'll use the drill. I don't think the drill will be overkill for this. I honestly think the drill should be okay for this. Oh, wait. There's my flathead. You know what? I don't need the drill. Yeah, these screws go all the way down to here, but I don't know if these screws are actually holding anything. Yeah, I don't think they're actually holding anything. They're just driving through to the base. But Sutton tells me that what is going to come apart when we're done with this is this piece will pop off. I'm now glad I didn't use the drill because I'm pretty sure the drill would have destroyed that. Is it going to split? Is this going to make our lives easy? Or is this going to turn into a 3-week project? So, the ring has to come off, and this has to come off. See if we can get this ring to come off. Without breaking it.
It's already broken.
Without decimating it. How's that sound?
Whoa.
My poor desk. Yeah, now this has to come off. What are the odds? Don't even want to know, honestly.
So this pries right off too.
Yeah, once you get that pin out.
Right.
The pin has to come out. So I'm going to let you have at that. I'm going to give you... My guess is it's going to want to come out this way. Because if you look at this side, that is much tighter than if you look at this side. So my guess is you're going to want to hit it from this side and pop it out that way. Like if this fits, use that as your hitting spot, you know? And I could pin it down. I don't know how much I trust you, but
I wouldn't trust it.
I trust enough to do this. How's that? You're good. Yep, it's moving. Oh, that's so simple. It's done. It's out. Pin was removed, and we didn't even need the baby sledge to do it. So now we can pry this piece off. So that's a dirty pin. So now let's see. That gear looks fine. I mean, it's filthy.
Yeah, it does look alright.
But it looks fine. So I don't think our issue stems with there. Here's where I might actually fire up the drill. Because these are holding, they're very greasy too. I'm going to have to super scrub my desk when I'm done. That's another thing. Where the heck do you get food safe grease?
Restaurant Depot.
Because Sutton tells me at the end of all this, I'm going to have to re-grease this thing. And obviously I can't just use grease because I think that would make people sick. Am I right or wrong?
Everything seems gasketed though, so I don't know. Maybe they don't expect grease to come out.
Everything leaks though. Give it enough time, right? Yeah, drill. I got my bit right here. This is the bit that I want. But I have a problem with my bits too. You know what that is? I let this guy named Sean, you're going to be able to get it. But
well, the drill might strip it.
No, it won't. because I have the drill on not strip mode, see? It's on not strip mode. That was perfectly covered, huh? I don't think that would have made it on here. That's so much easier. Okay, now, this should split now, right?
In theory.
In theory, this should split apart. FYI, Linda, I am charging you to wash my desk. Yep. Yep. Definitely wants to come apart now. So. Now I have to get it to a point where I can... Yeah, this is a gasket, by the way. Let me in! Oh, this thing's filthy. There we go. There we go. Yeah!
Yeah.
You think it's old grease? Do you think this could be causing the ticking? No, that's still usable, though. Okay, time to look at some gears. I mean, this one looks fine.
Probably these plastic ones over here.
I didn't even look at that.
Oh, yeah. It's all splintered and shattered right here.
Yep. So there's your problem. Yeah, right here, it's resting and just grinding through. These gears are fine, these teeth.
Yep.
But then once it gets to this point, those are all gone. I'm going to clean that up a little bit to show it off on the channel here. Maybe that gear's replaceable, but that comes off too, so that's good.
I was going to say, it might be this whole assembly.
Yeah, it comes off, so I'm going to take that off and clean it up. You mind if I get your screwdriver dirty? Thanks, Linda. Appreciate it. My poor desk. All right, so we found the problem, and the problem is 100% fixable. I'm not going to fix it. I am going to order the new part, which turns out to be about $40. So I will order that, and then the new part has come in. Here is the old part that is being removed, and here is the new broken part that has just come in. So here's the new gear, and as you can see, it doesn't have the flat spot that this gear had, and it's definitely a lot beefier. This mixer has been in use for quite some time. I guess it's actually probably like a 10 plus year old mixer, so that's not really that much wear on a mixer that's been run into the ground for 10 years by my mother-in-law. But I am going to put this gear in, test the mixer out, and finally get it back up and running and return it to my in-laws so that she can make more bread or whatever it is she wants to do. And so without further ado, let me get the camera over here so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so here's all of my old parts. Gonna get all these dumped out on the desk here and see what we can do with this mixer. My hands are already dirty because I inadvertently touched the grease. And there is definitely a lifetime supply of it in this mixer. I am looking for particular screws. I think these are them. Pretty sure these are them. Yes, those are definitely them. All right, let's see. This is a ball of grease that I can probably end up just putting on this gear when I'm done. So let's see. All right, so I figured out how it goes back together. So you have to push this down all the way. And then you line this piece up here. There's 2 pins. There's 2 pins right here that it'll drop into on these 2 feet. And it should make contact with the main gear on the bottom. See how it's spinning? So let me put some... I am going to pin this down first, and then I will put some lubricant in it and try to get it ready to go here. Let's see. Need some screws. First, let me go clean some of this lube off me. There we go. Got a paper towel. Good now. Okay. Let's see. Screw, screw. I'll use my drill to hit this one more time just to make sure that it's going to be tight enough. But I think it'll be okay. Let me go get my bits real quick. Let's see what we can do. Come on. There we go. Tight. Tight. Now it's tight. Okay. Now, I should be able to put this back into here. But first, I'm going to take this little bit of grease, put it on here, put it down here, make sure that it is going to be well lubed up. Okay, Now, I should be able to start putting it back together. See how this goes. Not gonna fully screw it down because I want to turn it on to make sure that it's going to function properly before I do put it 100% back together. But I do want to make sure that all of these screws are properly driven back into place. Because I can see once you give this thing some power, it basically tearing itself apart. So get these driven. Let's make sure it's not going to strip them. Make sure it won't strip the screws out. Last screw. Now I'm going to plug it in, make sure it's all working properly before I go through putting everything else on this.
Stand by for a plug-in.
I'd say that is spot on. That is definitely spot on. So let's see what we can do about putting this thing fully together now. I have all the parts here that I have fully washed. So I'm going to start putting it all back together. And let's see how well we find that we can do this. Let's see. This was held into place with a pin. And that pin is right here. I have a feeling this will be fun. I have a feeling this is going to be a blast. Dropping this pin back into place. See if I can get this perfectly lined up with the hole. Got it. There we go. See if we can get her knocked into place. I can't spin the mixer anymore because it's fixed now. There we go. That'll drive the pin. Okay, pin's in. Now, gotta put this ring back on. Before I do that, though, I'm gonna wipe down this mixer a little bit. Get all the oil off of it that I'm moving around now. That way there, it'll be easier to clean later. Aha! I goofed. Gonna have to take it slightly apart. I have a wire that's caught in it, and I don't want that. I do not want wires caught in here. Should be able to pry it from this side, though, to get this out. Like that. There we go. There, now she's snapped together properly. Okay. All right, now to put on the back panel. And the gasket. Because there's also a gasket that goes in here. Got the gasket right here. Like so. There we go. Gasket's in place now. Good, good. Now, pop this in. Pop this in. All right, now we got to put on the back plate. So let's get that right here. Locks in on this bottom part like that. And then one of these tiny screws. I think it's this one. There we go. Now this ring can get pressure fitted into place once I clean this off. Looks good to me. Now what's missing? Here's the nice, super clean base. Since while I was waiting to get the parts, I decided, hey, I'm going to clean everything and make this thing actually look decent. So I did. Let's see, here's the base. Let's put that down on the base. Now I have some super long screws I have to drive through. So let's see. One, two, three, four. All right, let me get a tool for that, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back with my tool. Let's see what I can do with this now. I should be able to put the base back together on here with this. We will soon find out, won't we, people? See. It'll work, but I'm interested if I'm going to get the torque that I need from it. This one, put this one on this side, balance it off. I'll put this one back here. One does not want to go in finger tight. I would like to make that tighter, but I can't with my homemade tool. But I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can modify that and make that fit a little bit nicer. Work with what you got, you know? Work with what you got. Maybe one day I'll invest in a better tool set. But until that day, now all I have to do is put this band on. And once this band is on, this mixer is going to look exactly as it did before I got my hands on it. But the big difference is now it should work. Put this screw in here. And put this screw in here. Last two screws. All right. Now comes the main event. Will it work? Let's see. Ready? Okay, here we go. All right, so we managed to resurrect Linda's stand mixer here, and all it took was 44 bucks and this part. I'm going to put the link in the description on where I got this, so that if you have the same issue with the mixer that you have kicking around, these seem to be pretty universal. So the new one's slightly modified from the old one, but it still works fine. So I'm going to call that a win. So chalk that up for the first repair on YouTube in the books. And it's a success. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.